Okay, time is 2:50 p.m., May 15th, 2025. As far as the chemical weapons in regards to that, I'm forbidden from talking about them, and that includes my own misery, poisoning, and suffering, okay, which is nothing to even laugh at. That includes my own animals being poisoned, which is horrific. There's nothing I can say. I can't report the chemical weapons. What I can report is two women who I'd never seen before, never could place these two. So they're bringing them in off the street within the population, the local, the DC people, like I keep telling you. They were both white. The one female looked like she could have been possibly Jewish. The one here, Gwendolyn Ball, who is still alive but left in a body bag, she was Jewish. So the one in the yard could have been Jewish, could have been Arabic, but very, very, very white Arabic. So people over in the Middle East know what I mean. She could have been Iranian, Jewish, or she was white. But if she was white, I'd be placing her as possibly Eastern European, like not quite Ukrainian, Aryan, blonde hair, but more of a Armenian they had that shit here, Romanian, big time. So Eastern European. Okay, that's the crowd. This is the terrorist cell. That was Russian mob. That was Ukrainian, Eastern European, Russian mob in the backyards. We're getting there. Let me explain this. I'd never seen those two women. The woman had hair to her biceps, long, dark, but not too dark. So she could have been easily what I just described. Brown, curly hair, long, really well kept, rather affluent, rather wealthy, really well kept in her mid to early 30s. Extremely skinny, once again, on a narcotic. They all are here. And you could really tell that she was a drug addict by the woman that she was with, that she came into the backyard with. So we're getting to that. The woman that was with her was a white woman, German or Norway or some sort of European background, just regular American. Maybe she has a little bit of Indian in her genetics, just a regular American woman. And she looked like she lived in a trailer park. So they're still bringing them in. The Ukrainian mob is mafia. She looked like she came out of a trailer park somewhere in South Florida. She had her good old rock and roll tank top on, shorts, and she's real loud. She talks like I do after 4 years of fucking getting chemical weapons poisoning. She talks like that, and she's free and easy coming and going shopping at Walmart. Okay, I've been poisoned day and night to sound the way I do. All right, so let's make sure we remember that. So she's out there. She sounds like she parties hard. She's in her mid 50s. She was about 5'10". She's about 180 pounds. She's all tan and like she's from Florida. She's right out of a Florida fucking trailer park. She's all tan, like she's been in some real serious sun. Her face, like one of those tans you get when you're out there gardening all the time, but there's no weather that is providing that here. So it's definitely a Floridian. That's where I would place her. And she's straight out of a trailer park. It's Ukrainian mafia. And she was hollering. As soon as I went to the window, she just started yelling. That's the whole reason why these two women were out there. They were more focused on me being at the window and hoping that I would film them. That was the entire reason why they went to the yard. After I ID'd them 2 different times, I had to go to the window for another reason. I am now forbidden once again from going to my own windows, but this is serious business here, and I'll get to why. All right, so we know what happens in 1511. I do not need to talk about it. And if I could, if I wanted, I couldn't. I'm forbidden after IDing the Ukrainian mafia in the yard from talking about this terror cell, except the Ukrainian mafia that I saw myself. I am to report them, but I can't film them. Okay, so the two, I've basically sized them up. You got an idea what they look like. Now, the one thing that was peculiar where they were trying to get attention so hard, the Ukrainian mafia, really affluent female, really well kept, but total tweaker, like so skinny. Sorry, I didn't mention that how fucking skinny this lady was. You look at her and you're like, oh God, not again. These people are so tweaked out. That's all you think. And she's with this really loud rocker roller Floridian trailer park lady. So if you're not born yesterday, okay, we got a couple of tweakers. Unless you're seriously born yesterday, this woman hooks her up with all the crank crystal meth. This one takes loads of it in her purse back to her luxury apartment. That's all they do. And that's what they're doing in the backyard. This is what S Street has become. It's all mafia now. That is what it's became. It went from being a super high end with gear and agents to just bottom feeders of cartel, everybody cannibalizing and Arabic organized crime, just bottom feeders. And then they kept sending in the military, U.S. military, Saudi military, but I am forbidden from talking about all the military combat. Cannot fucking say a word. Okay, so I just saw these two women. They're coming right in off the street from that street, walking in from the fucking population here. They go right into the backyard, and they both had these big, long sticks. Remember the Ukrainian mob that I ID'd and I testified to that was in the alley and that was in the front of 1513? Well, these two have really big, long sticks. And the reason why they were out there, who knows? These women, looking like they do, were doing some sort of construction. It wasn't even possible with these Home Depot really long sticks to get into a gutter. The gutter, I think that's what it's called. I don't know what these things are called. I know I sound really raspy and really hardcore, but that's because I've been poisoned for so many years. I sound like this. But I don't know. It's a stick you use to get into the gutter that's the only thing I can even recall to describe it. The gutter that goes on the roof. That's it. That's all out of me. So they were both doing that, and they were looking behind them to look up and see me. This was why they were out there. When I left and didn't come back, they go back into the fucking terrorist cell. God knows if they're even alive still. So many people get fucking killed walking in these doors and never walk out. That's the name of the game here, is just keep protecting it, keep protecting it, keep protecting. Keep protecting. I am so tired here. Okay, so if they did walk out, it's even worse that you have the DC local population coming in and out of a freaking serious military all the time, hovering over the roofs. Terror cell. It's so bad for the city, and they just keep protecting it. That was a bad call the city of Washington made, man. Okay, so I was forbidden from filming them, but that was Ukrainian mob. And this is the news story, and this is what I got to put in the title. Because the Ukrainian Russian mob, it's Ukrainian, though. We need to get it very clear who's doing it. Eastern European crime mob. The Eastern European mafia is going to revenge. This is how they work. This is why you don't go and involve yourself with these people. I won't even get in the taxi cab with people like this. If you're ride sharing, I'm one of those jerks that, I've always been like this before you ever met me on the internet. I'll just say, nope, I don't care. It's a fucking mobster. I'm not getting in a cab ride share with your creepy fucking creep ass. You're such a creep. Have you looked in the mirror? Go ahead, have the cab. Just call another cab, man. Wait 5 minutes, keep vaping. I'll sit here on the corner and vape. Wait for the next fucking Uber. Thank you, no thank you. But that's what Americans have turned into. They just idolize the creepiest, with your eyeballs, creepiest people. This is their new gods. So the Ukrainian mafia, this is how they work. They're going to revenge. They're revenging because they've lost the compound. Apparently they've lost the compound. Now I'm the last one to know. Remember, I don't know shit. I'm in here, and my angel keeps me cut off from a lot of information, but I have plenty of it by being in here. And what I've noticed, yeah, I could say, okay, guardian angel, maybe you're right. Maybe they really have lost this compound, but I have a lot more to learn and a lot more to witness before I agree with my guardian angel. But the Ukrainian mafia, since they're mobsters, they're going to revenge, and they're going to revenge on Biden, Biden, the President Biden. They can't get to Donald Trump because Donald Trump is surrounded by the Saudi Arabians. This is mafia, okay? They can't get to Donald. They can get to Biden, okay? So I'm learning as I go. I guess the Russian evil military won't be chasing around all these presidents. I never thought that. No, I'm learning as I go. I sit in here by myself. I guess, yeah, you take away their precious terrorist cell, right? Where they do all their disgusting horse show. They're going to revenge. Yeah, duh. Okay, so maybe some of these presidents, because they're so involved with the mob, maybe the mob gets to some of these fucking presidents instead of this military frame of mind that I had my head in. Because these folks that set this shit up, the U.S. military, Japanese military, Russian military, I don't know how the mob would get to them before these cats do, but apparently Biden's got a shitload of trouble because Biden's all kinds of involved with the Ukrainian mob. And I can testify to that with the entire presidency. Why when he was protecting this place sitting down the street from here, oh God, the shit I witnessed in here, that had everything to do with Ukraine. The shit I fucking witnessed in here. Yeah, so he's definitely, oh, I know that. When I leave here, I will always know that. So yeah, this makes sense to me. The Ukrainian mafia, since they lost their terrorist compound, is going to revenge like mobsters do on Biden. And that is what I'm supposed to put into the headline. And I hope that anyone who listens to this understands that they would revenge on Donald Trump, but they can't get to him, which keeps my money on the table. I put money down after he told the Russian evil military, these people you don't mess with, dude. No, they're as evil as it gets. And they're from Russia. And their military really scary. I mean, why would you tell them to stop whining? Who do you think you are? Who the fuck is going to protect you from those people when you tell them that? After you stole their terrorist compound, you handed it over to the drug cartel, Jalisco. It's the Jalisco drug cartel. You stole it, you handed it over to other mafiosos. I guess you expected the Saudi Arabians to protect you. So maybe it's true. Maybe they're just going to endlessly protect Donald Trump, the Saudi Arabians, which is another crime family. That's all they do, traffic, anything they can. Make a lot of money. Add a lot of zeros to it. Say you're a trillionaire. What do you think a fucking mobster's not going to say he's a trillionaire? If he has his way and he can have it published and make Ponzi schemes on Wall Street and not get busted and arrested for it, he's going to say he's a trillionaire. He's not a trillionaire. He's a lying criminal. He's a lying murderer. He'll kill kids and women to demand he's a trillionaire. He'll chop up bodies in a terrorist cell and say, I bought my way into America. I'm a Middle Eastern terrorist. They stole a fucking terrorist compound from Russian, Japanese, and U.S. military. Who do you think would do that? A mobster. You got the Arabic, Saudi Arabian, Al Qaeda, mobsters. That's what they really are. They're not religiously driven. You've got the Ukraine mafia. That's all I saw here was Ukrainian mafia. Oh God, everywhere. We'll talk about it because I was here the whole time. We'll talk about it later. And you've got the Jalisco drug cartel, and now they're crying. I bet they're crying now. They can't compete with Japanese military, Russian military, and very irate, evil U.S. military. No, I know they can't because I have to hide in my room. That shit is bad news, dude. And when I say I can't talk about the compound, it's because of them. It's because of them. So that's why I can't film those two women. But the Ukrainian mafia has lost S Street. and I'm to put in the headline as their revenge because they're mobsters. They're gonna go whack mobsters, whack people. President Biden. Adios.